Howdy, hey. Hey, baby. How you doing? You good? Okay. All right now. So today, I thought it would be very cool if I talked about how I got here. Now, not how I got here, meaning how I got to Earth. That's another share for another time. I mean, how I got here in the sense of how I got to where I am today and doing what I'm doing and, just moving how I'm moving in the present time. I feel like you should always give yourself a little round of applause for your little successes. I gave myself a round of applause because I got a new fucking chair right now. May not seem like shit to you, but it's a whole bunch to me because the chair that I had the last time was raggedy as fuck. You should always, be humble and be able to look back on how you got started and be like, damn, man, like I was over here. And, I was struggling. I was doing my thing. I was struggling. But now I'm over there. They didn't put Calvin on fries. Let me stop rambling. Let's go ahead and do what we do. My girl wants to deep dive all of the time. My girl wants to deep dive all of the time. My girl wants to deep dive. Go deep, go deep, go deep. My girl wants to deep dive all of the time. You gotta dive deep. Deeper dive. So everything started for me in the year of 2018. This is when everything really kicked off. Around this time, I'm married. I got married in 2015. In 2016, something happened within my marriage that completely shattered the trust and communication between me and my wife. Now, after the situation happened, it had both of us looking at each other kind of funny. But at the same time, two people who really need to heal, but who want family dynamics and are trying to create a family dynamic, we're going to try to make that shit work. Plus, we're married. My first time being married, her second time being married. We just want this shit to work. We're basically at a place where we're faking it till we make it. Now, after this situation happens in 2016, this is like summertime 2016, shit is fucked up between us. We're faking it till we make it, but this shit it sucks. I already feel like as time progresses, I don't know when, I don't know how, but I feel like we are no longer going to be with each other. And this is totally fine. This is totally okay. But at the same time, the shit would always bother me and get to me because I always had this thing in my brain about marriage and, you don't want to get married to get divorced. And I always had this thing where when I did get married, I wasn't getting married 2 times. I was going to stay with the person and make it work and all of this shit. So it's like I'm battling all these traditions, if you will. I'm battling that versus how I really feel and what I really feel is best for myself and the other person. I can clearly tell as we move into 2017 that we are both forcing this shit. Now we are trying. We are really trying. And it's clear and evident that we could be really good friends and we could probably be even better business partners. But just when it comes to romantic situation, that shit was out the door. That shit needed to go. We either needed to have the romance and no business, or we needed to have the business and no romance. But everything was already fucked up because we already had the romance part and then that shit was fucked up. So everything was just fucked up. Fast forward to 2018. 2018 shit is crazy between us. Shit is feeling rocky. We're moving into summertime 2018. Something within me is off. I know something is coming. I can tell something is coming. I can feel something coming. Again, I don't know what it is. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen. Something is going to happen and it's coming in hot. It was as if I was trying to set myself up, to prepare myself for what was coming, but I couldn't because I had no fucking idea. I kept having this strong, feeling that I needed to just dissolve my marriage. So that was what I did. I decided to take it upon myself to leave and to just be like, hey, we're going to go ahead and go forth with this divorce process. And that's what we did. So moving from 2018 going into 2019 and rolling into 2020. So pretty much we're fast forwarding almost 2 years, like a year and a half or a year and 8-ish, 9-ish months or whatever. Within that time frame, I'm going through hell. Okay? At least I'm thinking that I'm going through hell. I'm really not. What I'm experiencing is the dark night of the soul. I'm not going to go into full detail about what the dark night of the soul is. I just feel like when you are fully prepared and ready, and spirit knows that you're ready, there is nothing that you can really do when the dark night of the soul experience creeps up on that ass. All you can do is experience it, because you got to try to remember at the end of the day, you asked for it, okay? You asked to be shown every fucking thing. You asked to be enlightened. And not only did you ask, I feel like I'm just saying ask. I'm speaking very Walmart right now. Not only did you ask for all these things, but it's like within your DNA and just you being a human being, your story is already written. So it's like spirit already knows that they're gonna fucking get you with this shit. It's just, are you going to surrender, or are you going to live in your human form and act like you don't fucking see the shit that's happening and you're not gonna take heed to none of the messages? The fucking choice is yours. Let the games begin. Do not get this confused. Even though it says dark night of the soul, I promise you, this shit does not just last one fucking day. I remember before I actually went through my dark night of the soul experience, I ended up watching a video on somebody else who was talking about theirs. And this lady said she had 2 separate experiences, and one experience lasted for 10 fucking years. After my little one and a half, some change years, I was like, oh, hell no, not 10 years, baby, not 10 years. I don't feel like when you say that you're ready to surrender, that you're really ready, because you think you're ready, but you don't even know what you're ready for. So it's like, are you really surrendering to the process, or are you going to, like I said, live in your human form and just be like, fuck this shit, I don't see this shit is not really happening, I want to go back to comfortable. I couldn't be comfortable in that relationship. I couldn't be comfortable in my own skin. I just couldn't be comfortable anymore. Whenever I'm going through something and I don't want to deal with it, it's a situation where it's like, appreciate it. It's a situation where it's like, I need to deal with it, but I'm just kind of like trying to brush it off because I don't really want to focus on it. I would try to find every fucking thing else to do so that I don't have to focus on the one thing that I need to focus on. So for me, when it came to the dark night of the soul, it was like my one job, my one sole purpose was to just experience it, to just flow through it and go through the experience and get the shit over. But I couldn't do that shit. I'm sitting here trying to find jobs. I'm sitting here trying to create jobs. As I'm going through this process, all these different ideas are coming to me about things that I want to do. What I'm doing right now was an idea that popped up during my dark night of the soul experience. This right here, all this shit, all this and things to come, all thought of during my dark night of the soul experience. And I was trying at the time to bring all this stuff to fruition, but that was not the time. It was not the place. Spirit sat my ass down real quick and told me, they was like, look, you can sit there, you can take all these notes, you can make video recordings, you can make audio recordings of the things that you want to do. You can do all of that stuff. We don't mind. We're giving you all the knowledge. We're giving you all the information. Take heed. Write down what you need to write down. But do not get caught up and think that you're going to be able to divert your attention from what you're trying to do right now to any of that shit, because you're not going to be able to do it. you're not even going to be able to focus on it. And that's pretty much what it was. Anything that I tried to focus on, whether it was building my brand, trying to bring this into fruition, it was not popping. I was trying to get jobs. I was trying to apply for jobs because at the time I didn't have a job. And I didn't need a job. I didn't have to have a job. But I just didn't want to deal with what the fuck I was dealing with day in and day out. And I was like, well, if I get a job, then that'll give me shit to do. Every time I tried to fill out an application and do something for a job, it never fucking worked. Every single time it always fell through. There would not be anything that I could apply for in the area that I'm in. For a long fucking time, I didn't have a car. So I couldn't really get around. And it was just a lot. It was just a lot of shit that I was trying to throw myself into in order to throw myself out of what I had already put myself into. But I needed to go through that experience. I needed to experience all of it in its entirety. And I just needed to flow through the fucking process. And that's what I did. It was time to heal. It was definitely time to heal. I could tell that I was becoming a person that I didn't like. I could tell that I was becoming a person who I was already a people pleaser. But now I was finna throw in people pleasing and ass kissing. And that was not gonna happen, especially not with a person who I'm supposed to feel like is like my equal. We supposed to be working together. We supposed to be partners. Like at the time when I left my wife, we had just expanded our family. And by expanding our family, I mean we had already had talks about adding another child into the family. I had already had a child from a previous relationship. She didn't have any biological children. She wanted children. I thought about possibly having another child. So even though, all these things were in motion, we put me on the back burner and pretty much just focused on her. And she ended up getting pregnant while we were married. Where we were living was a decent place. But of course, as you grow and things change, you want to expand. So of course, we got all these business ventures that we want to put together. We got, our family situation that we want to put together. We trying to buy another car. We're trying to buy a house. We want to have a yard for our kids. I'm talking about just progression in fucking life, how life progresses when you fucking get married and shit. That's all the things that we were getting ready to do. We were prepared to do. But for me, I can tell, and I had this strong feeling. I was just like, I'm forcing this shit. And spirit was trying to tell me. It was like, look, mom, you forcing this shit. Now, if this is what you really want to do, we're going to let you do it. We're going to let you do it. If this is what you really want to do, we're going to let you continue to fuck yourself up. But I'm going to tell you right now, it ain't going to be pretty. It's not going to be nothing nice. And if you think you're going through hell right now, or you went through a little bit of hell a couple months ago or a year ago, it ain't nothing compared to what you're going to go through if you get into more and more shit and keep binding yourself with this person. If you keep binding yourself to this person, it's not going to be pretty. So you might want to stop faking it till you make it right fucking now. I honestly don't believe in, I kind of sort of don't believe in the future. Okay? And the only reason why I say that is because I feel like everybody's story is already written. As much as I feel like I wanted to stay with the person I was with, it wasn't meant for me to stay with that person. It was never going to be. I could have tried to force it, for sure. I could have made all kind of stupid ass decisions, but that wasn't a part of my story. It was for me to not be with that person. It was for me to leave that person. It was for me to feel what I felt when I left that person. I needed to feel all of that stuff. I needed to go through all of that because it was meant to see what I can handle. It was meant to see, okay, if you can handle that, then we know that you can handle this. And we know that you can handle this. And we know that we can throw this at you. Because you've already handled some tough shit on a human level. Some shit that other humans look at each other and they be judging each other on. You done already dealt with that shit. So we know we can give you some shit where you be like, it is what it is at this point. Bada bing, bada boom. That's how the fuck I basically got here. I just took it upon myself to heal. And that's something that is scary. And not a lot of people are ready to do. I'm not going to say we not prepared, because everybody is prepared to heal. Everybody's prepared to heal from all of their different traumas and curses and stuff like that. Everybody is prepared for it. It's just, are you going to actually fucking do it? Are you going to put in that work to do it? You put in work at other people's job all day long for the little paycheck. Are you going to put in the work for yourself? It's up to you. Within the healing process, going through the dark night of the soul process, learning more and more about the feminine energy and the masculine energy within myself. After I got in touch with Goddessy, got in touch with nobody, and pretty much was coming to the wrapping up of my dark night of the soul experience, that's when Spirit was like, okay, shit is coming to a close. Shit is coming to a close. You got all these notes. You done went through all this work. Now it's time to execute. You're going to be coming up out of this, in a little bit of time. Now it's time to execute. Now it's time to put into motion all of those different things that you said you want to put into motion. Now you actually have the right mindset to go forth and do the things that you want to do. Go ahead. Go. Succeed. And I was ready. Kinda. I constantly kept being shown by Spirit that I was ready for everything that I was trying to put myself into. However, I kept denying it. I kept denying my greatness. I kept denying my dopeness. I kept downplaying myself. I would tell myself shit like, well, how am I going to do this if such and such is doing this and they're already doing this and that person's already doing this? What the fuck is going to be so special about me? Then I was just like, no, fuck that. I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. So then I started doing stuff. And then I started to get a little bit of recognition. And then anxiety kicked in. And it kicked my ass. And then I ran away yet again. So it was like, as much as I knew in my heart and my soul that I was ready, and Spirit was telling me I was ready, and all of this shit, I kept telling myself that I wasn't. I kept making excuses, basically. And just being dumb. Can I just say being dumb? There's all this stuff that I now have after I've discovered who I am, discovered what I really want to do, discover what my passion is, discover what my purpose is. And in the midst of all of these different things, you also have, your little human shit that you want. You want, your little family. But at the same time, I was like, I don't know if I'm really going to have time for that, because I know that I have a lot of stuff that I'm trying to do and that I'm trying to get done. So how am I really going to have time to give to another person or to really put into another person if I haven't yet put time into myself? So then I started analyzing everything and I said, okay, I need to start getting my priorities together. I'm going to push love and family, like creating more family and all of that shit to the back burner. I'm going to push all that shit out the way. And I'm going to just focus strictly on my business, creating my brand, and putting myself out there. Now, you know how it goes. If you're doing something, even if it is your purpose, if you are doing something and the intentions are not right and the intentions aren't set up correctly, your shit will fucking fail. I kept getting discouraged over and over again when I really kept trying to get into what I was trying to do, because I kept trying to do it for the wrong reasons. I kept telling myself, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to blow up and I'm going to have all these different people following me or wanting to watch me, and I'm going to have all this money and money. All this talk, right? Shit was not popping off. It was pissing me off. And not only was it pissing me off, it was discouraging me. Then I started sitting there and I'm telling myself, okay, if this is supposed to be my purpose, and this is supposed to be what this is the thing that I'm supposed to be doing. Why is it not happening for me? How come I keep having all these distractions, or what I think are distractions? How come I keep having all these obstacles or things that I think are obstacles in my way? And it really wasn't no obstacle. It was really just myself being in my own way, because I knew that with doing what I wanted to do, it was more to it than a check. It was more to it than reaching a whole bunch of people. Bottom line, it was healing. If somebody got something to say about how is sharing your fucking personal information or your personal life shit with a whole bunch of fucking strangers healing, it's healing because you don't understand how long or how many years I've went without telling anybody any fucking thing. Kept a lot of shit to myself. And I always told myself that whenever I got to this place in my life where I could find my voice, hear my voice, and express myself with my voice, I was going to do that. I didn't give a fuck whose feelings I hurt. I didn't give a fuck who supported it. None of it fucking mattered. The only thing that mattered was me finding my voice and me using it for whatever the fuck I needed to use it for. Because I knew at whatever point in my life, whenever that bitch decided to show up, it was going to show the fuck out. And that's what I really needed to focus on. I needed to focus on me showing up and showing the fuck out. But not for anybody else. Mostly for myself. I needed to show up and show myself that I could do it. And it didn't need to have any ulterior motive other than to heal not only myself, but to also possibly connect with another person or other people. I'm not saying that what I share and the things that I go through is going to heal somebody, but the things that I go through and the things that I express could help another person express things about themselves to themselves in a way that they've never done it before, if they've ever done it. Or it could help them express some shit to somebody. I don't really give a damn. It don't really matter. It doesn't really matter, because what I eat don't make you shit and vice versa. But at the end of the day, I was just like, if it so happens to do that for somebody, that's great. I'm not knocking it. That's an amazing thing. And I hope that it does. But first and foremost, I have to be selfish and I have to deal with myself first and be like, it has to move me first. It has to do something in my spirit first. If it don't do nothing for me, it don't matter what the fuck I wanted to do for other people, because it just don't fucking matter. So this was me controlling stuff. And another reason why things weren't working for me and popping off the way that I wanted it to was because I was trying to control things in a way where Spirit was like, didn't we just show you how to flow? Didn't we just show you how to fucking sit back, relax, and, kick your feet up and shit? I was about to hit that escape, but then I fucked up the lyrics in my head. I fucked it up. Kick off your shoes, then relax your feet. Okay? Spirit was like, hey, we already showed you how to flow, so why are you trying to control this? And I was like, you know what? You right. You right. I was tripping. I was. I'm going to chill. And then I chill for a little bit. And then bam, I'm back trying to control something. So Spirit was like, you know what? Since you keep doing what the fuck you want to do and you're not listening, it's time for us to take the reins again. We are going to throw a monkey wrench in every fucking thing. And when they threw a monkey wrench, they threw a monkey wrench. And they decided to give me the things that I wanted, but all fucking out of order. It was like, first of all, when you manifest and you ask for things, number one, you gotta set that intention. You gotta do that shit right, because the way that you ask for it is the way that you gonna get it. So being that I didn't really have an order for the things that I wanted, but I knew that I wanted all these different things, universe, spirit, whatever you believe in, God, prayers, whatever, everything was answered. And it was like, we're gonna do this shit for you, but you didn't give us no order. But you got to figure that shit out on your own. That's not our job to figure that out. That's your shit to figure out. We're going to give it to you, but you got to figure it out. with it being out of order, I could have easily created a new why and then just completely gave up because the shit is tough. Like I say, it's just the reward of knowing that I'm building something that's way bigger than me, way greater than me. And I'm betting on myself. I'm fully betting on myself. And that's how I got here, man. So if there was a big moral to this story, if you will, I didn't give in to societal norms and I trusted my gut. I feel like if I would not have made that leap like I did with leaving the person that I was with, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. Everybody has their opinions on how I did things. I don't care. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one. You know? I just know that I did what I needed to do to break my generational curses and heal past traumas. I did what I needed to do that. And I feel like anybody or anything standing in the way of me trying to do that didn't really have my best interest at heart. Because at the end of the day, we all should be doing that shit. We all got some shit to heal. It ain't nobody out this bitch ain't got nothing to heal. Just good. We all got some shit to heal. So if you're standing in the way of me trying to get my healing, you gotta move. You gotta go. It is what it is. I don't care who you are. Husband, wife, I don't care. And then for one, we gotta stop. That's another show for another time. As far as moving forward, I feel like my future is already written. I feel like it is very bright. It is amazing. It looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. Creating a lot more. I've already seen everything. Now the joy is just watching all this shit unfold. Watching this shit happen. That's gonna be the fun part. I've already seen it. Now just watching that shit unfold over the years. There's a lot more in store. And you know, if you stick around long enough, you get to see some shit. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for showing up for you. I love you. Take care of yourself. Drink your water, mind your business. I fucking love you. I fucking love you.
Dun, 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 dun. Live your dreams. It's not as hard as it may seem. You gotta work to get the cream. All your hopes you must win from your fears. You have to win yourself. It's all or nothing. Give your everything.